I don't want to get too deep into it, but the last one, it's not a good one, is the Malik v. DHS decision out of the fifth that Ira came on my show to talk about because he just thought it was just horrible. Mr. Malik is an immigration attorney in Texas. I've never met him, but he's been around for a while. I mean, he's a dude. And, the decision's a bit unclear. To me, the Fifth Circuit seemed to be indicating that his name was similar to an arms dealer. But Mr. Malik actually believes that it was that DHS thought his client's name was similar to an arms dealer. Either way, apparently it wasn't. Like, no arms dealer connections at all, be it Malik or to the client. But they took his phone at the border over his objection. They searched all his stuff, all of his emails.
Is a U.S. citizen?
A U.S. citizen. Mr. Malik is an immigration attorney, U.S. citizen. All his stuff. He's getting, and they keep it for like 6 months, and he files an injunction immediately, says, give me back my phone and delete the stuff. And like, they just don't. Like 6 months, I think. And like, clients are emailing. They have access to all his client emails. And this Mr. Malik sues the government for naturalization things for clients and that kind of stuff. I mean,
you got to quickly change your emails so the phone locks out as soon as possible.
I don't know. No indication that anything nefarious is happening by the government. Don't get me wrong. Like they were taking it to use it against these clients, but like that's not really the point. Yeah. Like there's attorney-client privilege, and like it just gets blown up. And the Fifth Circuit affirms the denial of an injunction, the grant of summary judgment for the government, or judgment on the pleadings. One of the two, I can't remember. Affirms it all for the government, just says like you have no constitutionally protected interest in your phone at the border, which I don't know.
And this is wider than lawyers. If they're going to say this against lawyers, that means no one else has any. I thought U.S. citizens could prevent that, but lawyers you have these standards.
It's the opposite. Being the court watcher I am, like a lot of this is coming from the child porn context where you've got these guys, right? Always guys coming in and like, maybe their name is blips up or something, and the border officers want to search their phone or their computer, and then they inevitably find child pornography, and then they prosecute them, and the courts don't want to exclude that evidence. And like, all right, fine, but like, and then maybe they didn't have probable cause. I mean, Ira's response when I said this is like, we've had this framework with crimes forever, and we still have a probable cause standard. Why is the border special for U.S.? I don't think. I don't. I mean, it's a U.S. citizen, right? But but the phone, and then the decision is recent in the Supreme Court. It escapes me. They've done some of the phone stuff. This isn't new. It's still getting fleshed out, but like it's going the opposite way. It does seem like U.S. citizens have very little protections at the border.
You know how they calculate the border is within 70 miles. So it's like every major, like San Diego, the whole thing is the border. So like
100 miles.
100 miles.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that rule applies. I really don't know if that 100 miles from the border things applies to U.S. citizens. I have a feeling.
That means there's no fourth or fifth amendment, whichever one it is.
I think I have all of my constitutional rights, even though I live in San Diego. I'm pretty sure about that. They can't use that border justification, but I don't know. But like more
when they want to, they'll figure it a way.
Yeah, I think the border, the U.S. citizens, your phone is fair game. And I mean, even if it's, again, everyone admitted it was a case of a mistaken identity, and you lose your phone and everything in it for 6 months, including all of your client confidences. It's a scary case. That's where we are. And that's why Ira was so heated up and wanted to talk about it on that week's episode a few weeks ago.
Well, I'm not going to talk too much about this one because I'm sure it's going to rile a lot of people, but I haven't read all the things going against Trump, but it seems like they're going against his attorneys for giving advice or something like that as part of like the RICO stuff. I haven't looked too much. I could be wrong. And so it's like, we got to be really, lawyers got to make sure lawyers get away with the stuff. Yeah.
You're going to upset me. I mean, as somebody who deals with clients all the time with criminal records or criminal allegations, there's a difference between advising somebody who, has committed crimes or is accused of committing crimes and doing it within the bounds of the law and literally becoming part of a conspiracy yourself. Like I don't. Yeah,
I haven't read the charges, but it's just it has to be really high standard when it comes to going for lawyers' communications. I don't know any of the details. I haven't followed it all.
Look, innocent until proven guilty. But when you've got John Eastman out there in emails, which apparently they do, saying this argument has no water, this argument is frivolous, essentially what I believe the emails say. And then Trump is like, I know I lost, but let's do it anyway, because they want to play politics. That's not legal advice. That's political advice. And that's playing politics to me with elections. It's not legal advice. That's political advice. And Nixon shows us you can violate the law by playing politics. I mean, since the founding, people have been violating the law, playing politics, and they get prosecuted. So the fact that they have a JD in front of their name, at the end of their name, to me shouldn't matter when you bleed from legal advice in good faith to a criminal conspiracy. We'll see what happens.
No, I haven't. All I heard was like they're going for lawyers, and that I don't know anything about it. I'm still over Trump and hearing anything about it. So it's like tone zone out when it comes up. Other than like, oh, they're going for lawyers. That's kind of, hopefully it's not some sort of bad thing out of it.
If you got Trump, what he was trying to do with the documents thing, having lawyers sign affidavits in response to subpoenas saying, we've given up all the documents. There are no more documents for you. If that lawyer knows that they're signing a false affidavit, I mean, it doesn't matter that they're a lawyer.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I thought it was different.
I want to say that lawyer in particular has pled out or became state's evidence in the documents case. I believe she was a young attorney and might have been pressured into it. Not an expert on these things. Stay in my immigration lane, but
yeah, let's do that. We're
not protected just because we went to law school if we start committing crimes or becoming part of a conspiracy. Yeah.